So with Valentine's right around the corner, I wanted to talk about something you might not have heard of, and that is herbal aphrodisiacs. Now, most often when we think of aphrodisiacs, they kind of have a bad rap as we associate them with something that we use to encourage somebody to do something that they normally wouldn't be planning on doing. And that is the total opposite of what we want to use aphrodisiacs for. Because if someone's not in the mood or interested in doing something, nothing's going to change that. And often when it comes to libido in general, sometimes we assume someone's libido is too low or too strong when as if there's like something wrong with them, but that's actually not the case whatsoever. There's a lot that goes on with libido, and a lot of it has to do also with stress and the relationship between the two of them. But that's often something that can be handled in many other different ways. What we're talking about today is herbal aphrodisiacs and ways of enticing something that's already there, making something more fun and lively when you want to already be in the mood to have passion and a remote romantic encounter, so to speak, with your partner. So one of my favorite ways of working with herbal aphrodisiacs is to use a plant called Damiana. Now, Damiana is also Turnera diffusa. Damiana has such a erotic, passionate, stimulating smell in itself. Just, you know what it would be used for just by smelling it. It's the plant that you use the leaf for. Can't really see it from here too well, but it just has such an inviting aroma, and it has an energy that is slightly stimulating, but it's mostly, it increases your circulation throughout your whole entire body. And as circulation increases, blood flows everywhere that it needs to be, which allows other things to flow and the mind to flow and passion to flow. So it brings about that energy that is needed for things to get moving, things to get juicy and interesting. And it just carries forward with that erotic energy and has a warming aspect to it as well. So it's great for circulation issues in general, and for the aspect of acting as an aphrodisiac and allowing the mind to open up and be present and allow for that intimate space to occur. Now, my other favorite plant that's an herbal aphrodisiac is rose. Often Rosa rugosa can be used, or any wild rose. And rose in itself, it has a different, but also passionate, infusing aroma that just stimulates the mind and wakens it up. And it's works differently though than Damiana. Rose works more by lifting up the heart. As I knock it over, Rose works by lifting up the heart space and allowing the heart to feel more open and safe and secure. Often, especially because of stress, we close down our heart. We put like a barrier around it as a protective measure to protect ourselves, especially with the craziness that goes on in the world a lot. And stress can get very overwhelming. We close off our ability to feel a connection with somebody else because we close off our heart space to feel protected, as we create this boundary around us so that we feel safe and secure. But when we do that, it can be difficult then to open up with someone else and to communicate and to even feel joy. This is where rose really shines. It's amazing for helping to open up those walls, those protective buffers that we have created, but in a very safe and gentle way, while allowing us to still feel safe and connected. the rose plant in general has thorns on it, and the thorns act as a protective measurement to keep things away that might harm the plant. Well, rose carries in that thorn energy in with its medicine, so that as it allows you to fully bloom and blossom into the world, that thorn aspect is still there to protect you while you're blossoming. So it's amazing for allowing you to feel that joy and passion that sometimes we prevent ourselves from feeling, and the ability to open up with another person, whether through communication or that emotional space. And often just working with a rose, even just sipping it in tea form, it can feel so like childlike, pleasant, joyful energy coming up, where you kind of get a little giddy, as if you're a little schoolgirl all having such a wonderful, joyful time. It's amazing what it can do very easily, safe, and gently. Now, two of my favorite ways of working with aphrodisiacs is by combining, first of all, these two plants together. Often they're used in a lot of different love potions in general. But two of my favorite ways of using them is one in chocolates and the other one is in wine. You can easily make your own chocolates very simply and sprinkle in a little bit of rose, especially right on top. And it's a great treat to share on Valentine's Day, especially, or any time of the year. And then the other option is by taking a wine that you can buy anywhere at a store, any kind of wine, and you infuse it with the herbs to take on that medicinal aspect. So now it becomes a medicinal wine that you can share with a loved one and bring in that passion, that stimulating, opening energy into it. And I'll post a link right below sharing a post that I have about how exactly you can make those recipes yourself. To learn more about supporting anything related to health and wellness and stress in general, make sure to visit my website, themagicalplants.com, and feel free to subscribe to my newsletters, where I often send out a lot of different tidbits just like this one today. Take care, and many blessings of passion and liveliness to you.